Welcome back to JB Reviews. Today's the day. We are going to take this truck up some 6% grades and we're going to see how it does. Now, if you haven't watched the last videos, I did review how much tongue weight this was. So you might want to go back and watch it because you can probably tell by this camera view that this truck is squatting pretty good. It's also because this truck does have a ready lift, and that's partially why it's squatting so much too, because you lose some of that reverse rake with that level. But yeah, this has the high output Powerstroke, and we're going to see how much power this truck actually has when it has to pull about almost 10,000 pounds behind it. It's like just at 10,000 pounds here. So let's go ahead and get started. So I just saw something really cool. You see that? If you're hooked up to a trailer, it changes your miles till empty for towing. I thought that was really cool and ingenious that they do that. And they give you a gooseneck trailer, triple axle. All right, so I have the truck in tow haul mode and exhaust brake is on, so we gotta test that out today too. Also, old Ram, you should have been fixing that truck every single year to be better and better and better, because Ford is pretty much surpassed Ram. Apart from just this high output Powerstroke just having gobs of power, this truck has a good exhaust brake. I never thought I'd say that, but it's true. And the power delivery, whoo! Ooh, it's really good. It is really good. Oh wow, look at that. I gotta show that to you. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that last time I drove this truck actually. Hold on, let me show you guys one of the camera views here. So when you put your signal on, it actually shows you that camera view down the side. I love that they do that. Now obviously GM was like the first one to incorporate that on their trucks, which was ingenious. You know, when you think about it, Ford's copied a lot of stuff from GM for the 2023 model year. Like, think about the heads-up display that they have, the steps on the side of the bed, this camera view. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, Ford has taken from GM. I mean, GM's done a great job, you know, really from 2020 on with their trucks, and Ford's taken note of it. All Ford has to do now is somehow strike a deal with the government and end all of this emission stuff. Like, get rid of DEF, get rid of DPF. If they do that, man, well, of course that would help Ram 2 and GM, but man, I wish we can get rid of this emission stuff. I mean, just watching this DPF, I mean, it's at 25%. Like, I've been driving this truck all day, like on the highway. I've been doing some pretty steep grades with wide open acceleration, and for some weird reason, it's like at 25%. It just sits there too. And I know this truck's getting hot, so I really am impressed with the high output Powerstroke. The standard output Powerstroke will put a smile on your face too when you're towing. But this one, I can tell a difference. The cooling is so much better with this engine. You know, they cool the combustion a lot better. They cool the turbocharger with the coolant. So there's just a lot of updates that they did to make it a little bit better. They dropped compression. So there's just so many things I think that they've done. I think the combustion is probably why the exhaust rate is better too, because as I mentioned, Chevy improved their combustion and their exhaust rate is better. It's intermittent, but it's better. So yeah, like starting at 26, the torque just shakes the truck. It's just a really, really confident pickup, man. It's really confident. Now, most people know that this truck was redesigned, not refreshed, redesigned for 2023. But I guess Ford forgot to do these mirrors, the cabs. in the bed. But nevertheless, yeah, the mirrors are good. Like, you're pretty much going to be able to see around your trailer. That's not the problem. The only issue I have is that these mirrors don't have power convex. GM doesn't have that either. Ram's the only one. So I think Ram right now has the best mirrors for these trucks. And something else I just noticed on the Fords is they don't have backup lights from what I can see here. So there's no lighting that shoots down the side of the truck and trailer to help if you're backing up at night. That lighting does come in handy when you are towing and backing up trailers at nighttime, because I actually did it last night because I have my fifth wheel blocking this trailer in, so I had to basically do it at night, move them around. So yeah, but I guess the reason why they didn't update the mirrors is because they gave us this camera view here. So they're like, you know what, we don't need to do anything to the mirrors. If I have a chance, I'm gonna race my white truck with this truck with the trailer. I think it'll beat it. I think I'm gonna do that video. I was gonna go to Park City, but I don't have enough time today, unfortunately. One thing I have noticed though with this level, I do notice that the front does feel a little lighter. It's not bad, but when you're going about 65, 70 miles an hour, if it's windy, because that's how it was earlier today, I felt the trailer back there. And you know, I have a level on my dually. I don't necessarily recommend it to people. I just don't plan on towing a lot. You know, now that we live in a house. I mean, if we go a few hundred miles here and there with our fifth wheel, that'd be fine. But this truck is kind of light. Like, it weighs under 8,000 pounds on the curb. And the power is just, it's insane. Unloaded, it feels like an EV. Like, if you've ever driven a Tesla with like that high capacity battery, whatever you call them, you can really feel the torque when you take off. And this is just like an EV almost. It's almost scary. Even with the 10,000 pound trailer, the boost is at about 35, 34 PSI. The exhaust brake works so good. I mean, I'm impressed. Ford has always just done a good job when it came down to building great, capable trucks, and this is just another example of that. 500 horsepower, that's a lot of horsepower, and the torque is just, I didn't think anyone was going to cross 1,200 pound-feet of torque in the 2020s. I said, you know what, 2030s, you know, we'll probably see some crazy stuff. But they got they got to 1,200 pound-feet of torque before the 2030s. Pretty crazy. One more wide open throttle, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow, it's insane. Like, I think I'm driving my gas truck. Cause that's how it feels. Like, under the load, this truck feels as fast as my gas truck. We're gonna race them. I'm gonna go home today really quickly, and I'm gonna have to do that video because it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna do it. But we're about to get to the 6% grade, and we're gonna go up, and then we're gonna come back down the grade too. So I'll go up it, down it, and then I'll come back up it again because it's a little bit steeper, I think, going back up. So yeah, it should be pretty interesting, and you'll get to see the exhaust brake working too. Here we go. You ready for this? Wide open throttle right now. So the road kind of leveled out right here, but we're gonna go back up again. You can kind of see as it twists here. We're gonna go up again. Here we go again. Yeah, this is insanity. Yeah, that is just, that's hard to believe. I mean, I know it's only 10,000 pounds. And maybe I've just been driving gas trucks because the last time I towed was with the gas truck. Maybe I've just forgotten. This feels so much stronger in comparison, like so much stronger. Wow. And traffic's just kind of slowing down too much. But this is up on a 6% grade right here. Look at that. It's just insane how strong this truck is. I mean, it has power for days. So now, we knew that the power wasn't going to be a problem. Now we just got to see what the exhaust brake's going to do. Let me go to that menu again. So here's the exhaust brakes at 36%. It's holding my speed really good. I'm actually going too slow. But yeah, it's doing a great job. Yeah, Ram's in trouble. If Ford, you know, drops a bunch of trucks on the ground, it would be really hard for me to go buy a Ram with the pricing and just with the outdated everything, really. I mean, granted, their interiors are still, I think, top notch, but the powertrains are just outdated, especially the Hemi. I mean, the Hemi has, you know, so much work to do, you know, in regards to just the power. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good setup, but I think that they need to do more if they really want to compete, because every Ford truck that I test, I'm impressed by, especially with the Super Duties. I mean, specifically these trucks are just really good. Here we go.
$30. 60. Quarter mile.
So this is going to be the steeper side of the grade here, and I think this will be the better part of this testing for this Powerstroke. I mean, it's going to do good. I think I need like 15,000 pounds for this truck. Like, it's way too good. If I had more time to go up to Park City, I would have, but I just did not have the time. So maybe if I have a chance in the future to get one of these trucks, I'll try to retest, and you guys will be able to see just how good this truck is. But here we go. You ready? There's no one behind me, hopefully. Oh, there's some cars coming. Okay. Let's do it right here. Wide open throttle. This is a 6% grade. We're going up a grade. Like, yeah. Wow. You can hear the fans too. You hear that? I'm working this truck. I got the transmission at 226, engine coolant's at 219, dropped down to 217. Engine oil is at 230. Yeah. Exhaust brakes working. You can hear the exhaust brake here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in manual mode. And I'm gonna downshift. Wow. That's 5th gear too, by the way. Let's shift up one more time. So we got one more grade to drop down on here. Incredible. I mean, the exhaust brake is still not stronger than the Eisen Cummins configuration. And as I've said in the past, exhaust brake and transmission are pretty much the same thing, especially on these trucks. I feel as though when you are starting to hit the brakes now, this transmission starts to downshift and it makes the exhaust brake stronger. In the past, that was not the case. So they fixed a lot of different things on this truck. Like, confidence has gone up a lot more for me. And yeah, I think that Chevy's last place now with their exhaust brake. It used to be they were neck and neck, but Chevy now is last place. They have improved their exhaust brake, and it might be just as strong as this one, but it's very intermittent, so it doesn't come on consistently like this truck does. I mean, they even give you a gauge to show you that it actually works. You can hear it too. I did another video just testing it out unloaded, and I couldn't really hear, but with the trailer behind it, you can really start to hear that exhaust brake because you're hearing the engine rev up too. So yeah, pretty good stuff here.